So today I am going to go over my short film Tempo, and we're going to start off with the editing part, just because I have it open and I have this set up. Let's get into it. When I thought of this, the whole idea was that Tempo would be a very short film, a microfilm. It was literally only 2 pages long, and we ended up with a runtime of 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Not too bad. There's a saying that films are 1 minute or 1 minute per page. So I was thinking 2 minutes, maybe 2.5. I think my initial rough draft of this was like 4.5, almost 5 minutes long. And I was like, I've got some trimming to do because this is way too long. But yeah, here we are. Anyway, when I wrote Tempo, I was already thinking about my shots. I didn't want to open with a wide. I kept my wide for one moment, this one right here, and specifically because this is the moment where they kind of start to separate. My idea is that when they came in, my thinking was in this short film, when they are here united at the beginning, the beginning of the story is that they're kind of together, and so that's why they start, in this 2-shot here of both of them. So I think the same lens, Mamiya. I think the Mamiya 81.9 with a speed booster on my FX6. And I just stayed in this 2-shot back and forth until, like I said, that moment where it's time to separate.
Did you ever think to call or...
Apparently my computer wants to lag.
Did you ever think to call or reach out somehow?
At this moment, I felt like it was time to single them a little bit, but I always did kind of keep a dirty over the shoulder, just because I don't know, I felt like I still wanted to connect them. In the edit, it was pretty straightforward. I got my audio tracks, Kinder's audio, James audio. I didn't have a music bed. I never thought about having a music bed throughout the entire short film. I did have nat sound. Oh, there it is. Or ambient sound. The only time I put music was for the credits. This is the only time I thought music was appropriate, but for the rest, I wanted ambient, no music, some SFX for certain things, like when the phone goes off. But that was it. The biggest goal for this was that I could make, I could write it, I could shoot it, I could direct it, and I could edit it all in like a month's time. And we did. So jumping into the color grade stuff, we will work backwards here. It's a Dehancer Rec 709. This CST is to take it from S-Log to Rec 709. This CST is to take it from DaVinci Wide Gamut to S-Log, because this CST takes it from S-Log to DaVinci Wide Gamut. These are all the corrections. And you can kind of see how it started off there. Right out of the frame, I had my Pavoslim 120C at 5600. I think I shot everything at 5600. And that was his key. You won't be able to see it, but... And in the background here, in this room, in the bathroom, I had a Aputure T2C light just to put a little light in there. I didn't want it to be a dark cave. Okay, in this room right here, in my bedroom, in this corner behind this wall, I had the Amaran 200X shooting to the ceiling. I think at like 4,000 Kelvin. And then let's see, for Kinder, it was the Pavoslim 120C again, just kind of aiming this way, hitting her. But it was more like wrapped this way. Otherwise, it would have been very side profile. For this shot, I had the Pavoslim again behind them, trying to hit both of them. I was trying to keep my lighting setups very minimal because it was just me, my friend Brandon, my wife Ellie, and then the 2 actors. And so I wanted to move fast, and I felt like the only way I could do that was to keep my lighting minimal. The way this is lit is I had the Aputure B7Cs in the lights here set at like 3200, I think like 20 or 30% intensity, just to give a little something in there. These things are naturally orange, so I wanted to continue to play off that color. I already told you about the bathroom light here, and then this light over here in my room, and giving the room, and then to give lift into the room, I had the Nanlite Forza 720B shooting 5600 through the windows, just like that. That's what I did. Like I said, I shot the wide first so I could get that out of the way, and I could just move into my close-ups. This honestly might be a shadow of the Pavo Slim, but it was a mistake that I noticed, but I kind of live with it because the ceiling lights kind of look like that same shape. So I was like, you know what? Being how the lights are kind of the same shape, I was like, I'll just leave it. So I'm hoping nobody really noticed, but I'm pretty sure that's the Pavo Slim shadow. I wanted to keep the lighting simple. I wanted to keep it quick since it was just me. And overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Something that was really cool is that my friend Brent, who runs a film festival, was like, hey, if it's done and ready in time so we can put it into the film festival. And so I got to watch it on the big screen. Yeah, I wanted it just to be a different feel and vibe, and I feel like I got it with that. This guy said that somebody left a comment in the film that, or I don't know if it's right here, felt like he looks right down the lens, and that the 180 was crossed. I'm not too worried about the 180 being crossed, mainly because I feel like my audience is smart enough to keep track of this movement here of these characters, where he goes from here to there, and she goes from here to there, and he goes there to there, and we've established kind of like who's on what side of the screen. You know, the 180 degree is mainly there as a guideline for you to help your audience know who's where. And with two people in a conversation, you know where they are. And it's not like I'm dancing back and forth, really manipulating it. It's just one time a character's moved, I moved. I think it's fine. I think we can live with it. But also, more importantly, you see them move. You know, you see them move. You would cut back to her after that move. It's like a soft reset. I'm not going to be a pretentious filmmaker and say like, oh, there's a shift in tone, there's a shift in writing, because things kind of change here. There's no point in me trying to hide behind that. It was just a conscious choice that I made for me to shoot this way. And I think my audience is generally smart enough to understand where people are in the frame and who they're talking to. The 180 degree rule is for two things: screen direction and story. All of that still there. I can live with it. For the 2,000 people that watch my short film, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I already have my next short film that I'm working on. It won't be for like 2 more months. We've got a lot of work to do for that. I am trying not to get too much scope creep, because obviously if I don't watch myself, I will continue to add things, and I need to try and keep it within a budget. But we are working on Brandon's. We will be shooting that one this month if everything goes well. If you haven't seen the first one that Brandon and I did, I'll leave a link somewhere in the description or whatever. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to y'all later. Peace out, mi gente.